What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to the It's Jimmy Show, your daily source for the fourth stimulus check update and what's going on in the world. In this episode, we're going to talk about what is going on with President Biden and what he announced today, a very major announcement for the country. We're going to talk about the upcoming round of stimulus as the push for monthly stimulus recurring checks in the next infrastructure package is on. We got lots to talk about today. We're going to jump right in. Some people received their checks today, and let's just jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on daily updates on the new upcoming round of stimulus, the fourth round of stimulus. And don't forget to hit the like button for us. And here we go. The IRS announces that they sent out 2 million stimulus checks today to actually some Social Security beneficiaries and VA beneficiaries, Veterans Affairs. The IRS said a larger percentage of payments in this round were made electronically. The IRS announces it sent over 2 million economic impact payments under the third stimulus check package, the American Rescue Plan, with a focus on Veterans Affairs and Social Security beneficiaries. Let me and let our extended family know, our community know, if you got your $1,400 stimulus check today, or if you got it within the last few days. The checks, valued at more than $3.4 billion, were sent to several groups of individuals, including those who receive VA benefits but aren't normally required to file tax returns and did not use the non-filers tool last year, the tax agency said. About 72,000 people who receive Social Security benefits and also did not file a tax return or use the non-filers tool will receive their payments today. Additionally, eligible people who recently filed a tax return for whom the IRS did not previously have information on might expect to receive their checks in this outgoing batch. Individuals who were eligible for larger payments than they received based on differences reporting in their 2019 and 2020 tax returns may receive supplemental cash as well. These are called plus-up payments or supplemental payments if you've been hearing about them. That is basically if you got a previous stimulus check, say the first or second round, and then you filed your 2020 taxes and the IRS determined that they owe you more stimulus money based on a couple different factors. You may have had a new baby in the family. If you did, congratulations. And you filed a tax return, so now the IRS knows about them. You have to file a tax return for the IRS to know that you have a new dependent. So if you did this, they could actually retroactively pay you stimulus checks for that child that you likely didn't receive. If you also made less money last year in 2020 and you got reduced income checks because your 2019 income was more money and maybe you only qualified for a reduced stimulus check or even no stimulus check, you can get that additional supplemental plus-up money from the IRS, and the IRS says that they're sending out additional plus-up payments now. President Biden and the White House made a huge announcement not too long ago, and I really want to know your opinion on this. So here it is, directly from the source.
We cannot continue the cycle of extending or expanding our military presence in Afghanistan, hoping to create ideal conditions for the withdrawal and expecting a different result. I'm now the fourth United States president to preside over American troop presence in Afghanistan. 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats. I will not pass this responsibility on to a fifth. After consulting closely with our allies and partners, with our military leaders and intelligence personnel, with our diplomats and our development experts, with the Congress and the Vice President, as well as with Mr. Ghani and many others around the world, I've concluded that it's time to end America's longest war. It's time for American troops to come home. When I came to office, I inherited a diplomatic agreement duly negotiated between the government of the United States and the Taliban that all U.S. forces would be out of Afghanistan by May 1, 2021, just 3 months after my inauguration. That's what we inherited, that commitment. It's perhaps not what I would have negotiated myself, but it was an agreement made by the United States government, and that means something. So in keeping with that agreement and with our national interest The United States will begin our final withdrawal, begin it on May 1 of this year. We'll not conduct a hasty rush to the exit. We'll do it responsibly, deliberately, and safely. And we will do it in full coordination with our allies and partners, who now have more forces in Afghanistan than we do. And the Taliban should know that if they attack us as we draw down, we will defend ourselves and our partners with all the tools at our disposal. Our allies and partners have stood beside us, shoulder to shoulder in Afghanistan for almost 20 years, and we're deeply grateful for the contributions they have made to our shared mission and for the sacrifices they've borne. The plan has long been in together, out together. U.S. troops, as well as forces deployed by our NATO allies and operational partners, will be out of Afghanistan before we mark the 20th anniversary of that heinous attack on September 11th. But we'll not take our eye off the terrorist threat. We'll reorganize our counterterrorism capabilities and the substantial assets in the region to prevent reemergence of terrorists, the threat to our homeland from over the horizon.
So there you go. President Biden officially announces that troops will begin to withdraw out of Afghanistan. By the way, I have a visitor over there in the background, as you'll see moving around a little bit there in a moment. But yes, so they inherited this, as he said, from former President Donald Trump. And there you can see what's going on in the background with Baby Yoda and Baby Lily. But yeah, so former President Donald Trump was the one who made this decision in negotiation with them over in Afghanistan to start the beginning of the removal of troops starting May 1st, which is in about 2 weeks. I personally agree with this situation. I agree with Biden continuing to do this. I think it's my opinion. You can let me know if yours differs, but it's been 20 years since the 9/11 incident. So I think it's time to start to move on. And like Biden says, if anything happens again in the future, we'll go right back there. But I think at this point, it's wasting billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, and Americans' lives being over there. And I think it's time to put it to rest. Just my personal thoughts. You can let me know if yours is different, but if not now, when? I mean, it's been 20 years, and we just can't continue to be over there forever. That's just my personal thoughts. If yours is different, let me know down below in the comments. However, even though this decision was originally made by former President Donald Trump and now is continued on with President Biden, a lot of prominent Republicans, including Mitch McConnell, are saying, Mitch McConnell's exact words were that the withdrawal plan was, quote, dumber than dirt. Mitch McConnell also says that precipitously withdrawing U.S. forces from Afghanistan is a grave mistake. It is a retreat in the face of an enemy. Foreign terrorists will not leave the United States alone simply because our politicians have grown tired of taking the fight to them, said Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on the Senate floor today. I don't know. I think it's time to bring our troops home and prevent the loss of American soldiers and billions of dollars that can be used to feed the hungry and put money in people's. We could spend that money on stimulus checks. I mean, bring our soldiers home, and it's not like they lose their jobs or anything like that. I mean, remember Biden just did the military budget for the next fiscal year, and it's an increase of $12 billion. So I'd rather have them be safe, bring our troops home, and spend that money in possibly other needed areas. But I don't know. I guess they're withdrawing either way unless something happens. So we'll see. The Democrats got some good news from the IRS. Here is IRS Chief Commissioner Charles Reddick with information on the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credits that the Democrats want to send out in monthly stimulus checks to the parents of children. $3,000 to children over the age of 6 in total, $3,600 for children under the age of 6. The IRS is trying to set up a plan for monthly stimulus payments This is the start of the monthly stimulus payments. Remember, Democrats want to see a fourth stimulus check for monthly stimulus payments of $1,000 to $2,000 until the pandemic is over or until it ends. That's for everybody, not just people with children. But they're starting with the child income tax credits that have already been passed through the third stimulus check package. And the IRS is trying to set up a plan to pay these out in monthly increments starting in July with $250 to $300 per month per child monthly stimulus payments.
We fully expect to launch in July. We expect to launch with payments going out on a monthly basis. And I think I might have commented earlier to the effect that we will launch the portal, that it is going to be as user-friendly as possible. But as we did with respect to the non-filers portal, as we did with respect to the Get My Payment portal, as we did with respect to pretty much every IT product that we provide, certainly externally, we will enhance that over the course of probably the first 6 months or so, 3 to 6 months or so, to make it more so. We'll monitor the traffic, we'll monitor the activity. If we see people having difficulty on certain aspects, we will have to deal with that and monitor that. There is an authentication level that will be moderately significant. Anytime we open a system to allow an individual to provide information as to that individual, we need certain levels of verification. And the more information they're able to provide, the higher that level of verification needs to be. And so that'll be one area that we'll certainly need to monitor closely. But we will pay attention, and we expect to launch July 1.
So the good news is the IRS is on schedule to start these monthly stimulus payments to children and the parents or the person who claims the child as a dependent. Remember, it doesn't really go to the 2 or 3-year-old or the 10-year-old. It goes to the person who claims them as a dependent, but it's for them. The White House says that this will curb childhood poverty by 54% with this program. Again, this is another program that was increased by former President Donald Trump. I get a lot of Republicans that are very skeptical on a lot of the stimulus programs and a lot of the withdrawing from Afghanistan. So that's kind of why I mentioned that Trump started both of those programs. Trump didn't start the child income tax credits, but he increased it with a lot of help from his daughter, actually, was one who advocated to increase that child income tax credits to $2,000. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you filed your tax returns for 2020, it's $2,000 child income tax credit, and for the year before. So you can file an amended tax return if this applies to you. You might want to check with an accountant or a CPA to see if you claimed that tax credit and put it on your tax credits. But it's $2,000 per child was increased from former President Donald Trump. And Biden has now increased it to $3,000 for children over the age of 6 through 17, and $3,600 for children under the age of 6. So they're also trying to push to make this either an extension for more than just 1 year. The third stimulus check package did it just for an extension of 1 year for 2021, this year. And they're trying to set up these monthly payments to give you the money starting early, starting in July, because they need some time to set up this program. And then you likely get the rest of the money as a one lump sum on next year's tax refund or next year's tax return. This year's tax return, but done next year, if that makes sense. So, but the Democrats are pushing in the fourth round of stimulus, possibly in this infrastructure package, to increase that for more years or to actually make it permanent going forward. So I will keep you up to date on that. Also, a lot of people have been asking me in the comments, what's going on with the $200 per month Social Security increase? And really, there hasn't been a lot of information. I see some really bad clickbait on YouTube that's saying that it's been approved. $200 per month. They voted. It's been approved. And wow, that's just a total lie. I always bring you the truth here. If you ever listen to my episodes, you know I always bring you the truth. And really, the truth is that they're really just not talking about it. There honestly way, way, way more support for the monthly stimulus checks for everybody in this to be included in this infrastructure package, which is actually larger than the $200 per month Social Security increase. I know the Social Security increase is great, but I think a lot of people like it because it's just for Social Security recipients, so it kind of feels exclusive. But the reality of it is that what would you rather have, a $200 per month increase or a $1,000 per month check or $2,000 per month check? So I think that's why the $200 per month, we haven't been hearing a lot about it, because really they're pushing to have monthly stimulus checks included in this next package for $1,000 to $2,000 per month. And obviously that's more than the $200 per month Social Security increase. I know it's not exclusive that these stimulus checks would go out to everybody, likely with the same qualifications as the third stimulus check, income wise, Social Security wise. Maybe they would lower that a little bit because it would be monthly stimulus checks, but it's likely that it would be the same qualifications as the third one. So I mean, really, these $2,000 monthly stimulus checks, like this bill in the Senate from Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren is one of the co-authors for the $200 per month Social Security increase bill. As you can see here, directly on Senator Elizabeth Warren's website, or her Senate page, actually, Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren and also Ron Wyden are the co-authors of this plan for $200 per month Social Security increase. But honestly, we have not seen a lot of movement or even people talking about this, which is why I haven't brought it up. What everybody is talking about is, instead of this $200 per month increase, they're talking about these $2,000 monthly stimulus checks to be included in the next package, or the $1,000 monthly stimulus checks to be included in the next package. Either one of these would be significantly more than the $200. So really, if you want either one of these bills, it's just more money. It's just flat out more money. So I mean, if somebody gave you the choice of $1,000 per month or $2,000, or I'm sorry, $1,000 per month or $2,000 per month versus $200 a month, you'd take the $1,000 to $2,000 every single time. It would literally catch you up on your bills a lot better than $200 per month. And I think that's why we just haven't seen a lot of talk or a lot of push for the $200 per month, because we're literally seeing a lot more push for these two bills here. I mean, I literally have dozens and dozens and dozens of articles saying that Democrats are putting pressure on President Biden for more stimulus checks, recurring stimulus payments. In fact, this article is just here from yesterday, April 13th. And I literally have dozens and dozens. Well, I got dozens of articles about other things too. But yeah, they're pushing for these monthly recurring stimulus payments in this infrastructure slash stimulus package before all said and done. So let's not lose focus. Let's go for the greater amount here, because it means more money in your pocket. But if I see anything on the $200 per month increase or the Social Security increase, the Medicare expansion, which Senator Bernie Sanders wants, that's starting to get a lot of push right now to include dental and hearing coverage and hearing aids and lower prescription costs. Well, they're trying to include that in this infrastructure package, along with the monthly stimulus checks and possibly the free community college, the free preschool, and all these different things that they're going to probably include in this package before all said and done. So whenever I see anything, I will update you guys. Remember, I have new videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss an episode of our show, because I cover different things in different episodes, so you don't want to miss one that will pertain to you. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. After subscribing, click the bell icon that appears to all notifications to get reminder notifications for the first 3 videos of the day. You won't get one for the 11 p.m. Eastern Time video, which is our next video tonight. So remember to just show up at 11 p.m. Eastern Time so you don't miss out. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to replace your 9-to-5 income selling products on the Amazon FBA program, and how to start your own business selling products on Amazon. I've had dozens of students replace their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.